Good afternoon. My name is Marc Belaiche. I'm president of TorontoJobs.ca. Thanks for joining this webinar. I've been in the recruiting business for 25 years now. I started in 1995 and I've helped a number of companies with their staffing needs, all different types. And thought I'd create this webinar series to just help out job seekers as you're looking for a new position. So today's topic is best practices when posting your resume online. So I have 12 tips here and I'll just go through them with you. So number one is posting your resume for sure gives visibility of your resume to recruiters. Some people are a little bit hesitant about actually posting their resume, but it's actually a good thing to be found and be visible to recruiters. Sometimes what happens is we have clients that post their positions on our site or go into our resume database to find candidates for positions. And you might not even know that there's these positions out there or that there's these recruiters on there because you won't see any information that they're actually searching for your resume. So for sure, post your resume. And that includes not just job boards, but also on platforms like LinkedIn as well to make sure that they're there. Number two is be careful about what job boards you post your resume to. Are they legit? Were they given to you by somebody that you know? Did somebody tell you to go on those boards? Have your friends had success on that? So make sure to post your resume on reputable job boards. Number three is if you are working and you're concerned that your resume will be viewed by your employer, make your settings private or make your resume private so that your resume doesn't get found from your current employer. Number four, and I'm just going down my list of best practices when posting your resume online. Number four is make sure your keywords are on there. So for example, industry, keywords, anything that's specific to your area of expertise. And make it, so think about all the different types of keywords that are important to you and your industry or that are unique to your industry, perhaps some systems that you might be using or that you might have experience in. Make sure that those are in there. Number five, sign up for job mail alerts. So for example, on TorontoJobs.ca, you can sign up to email alerts that gives you information about jobs that are have been posted in the last 24 hours. So make sure you sign up to that and let the technology do their thing. Number six, make sure to put in a salary. Make sure to put in a salary so that you will come up on searches. So I'll give you a very basic example. When we get a position that we're searching on, the client might say, we'll pay between 45 and 50K, for example. So what we will do is when we go to our TorontoJobs.ca or other job boards, we will search on that range. So we might search 40 to 55. So just make sure you put in a salary in there. A lot of platforms only allow for one salary, not a range. If it is a range, by all means put that in. If it asks for one particular number, make sure to put in a number, but I would say also suggest to put in the minimum salary that you are looking for. Number seven on my list of best practices when posting your resume online is to post on job boards that make sense, geographically, industry, area of specialization. There are a lot of job boards. As you do your research, you'll find a lot of different job boards out there. So definitely make sure to post your resume on job boards that make sense for you in particular. Number eight is be aware of scams. So there's a lot of scams out there. Once you post your resume, you might get an email alert that might say, you got the job. Just send us your information. Just send us your social insurance number, or maybe even your banking information. Don't fall for these scams. A lot of them are out there and they get more prevalent when times are tougher. So just be aware of what information you're sharing. Just be aware of opportunities that sound too good to be true. There used to be these scams where they would say, we'll mail you a check, you go deposit it, and then you mail us back a small amount, and you keep the rest as your payment. Don't fall for those kind of scams. Though they do happen still, but the more common ones now is where they try to get your banking information and try to get any kind of personal information, your social insurance number, and so on. Number nine, see if there is contact information available about who is behind the job board or who is behind a job posting. So if you're posting your resume check which job board it is, who's on there, who's behind that job board, and also if somebody responds to you, try to get some information about that company, that organization, see if you can track them down through LinkedIn, actually call them, see if there's a phone number that actually exists. You just got to be very careful that way. Number 10 is post on reputable sites, post your resume on reputable sites. I've been mentioned already on that. Number 11, this is my list of top 12 points about best practices when posting your resume online. Number 11 is add some color to it, and by that I mean videos, pictures, if there's an option to do that on your profile. Pictures and images speak 1,000 words in this kind of market. So, perhaps a video that you created, if you're in marketing or design, perhaps you can post something, some images that you've done, some work that you've had, maybe a portfolio, maybe some examples of some written pieces that you've done as well. So these are all good and helpful for you to get exposure to recruiters. Number 12, and the final point, is go in regularly to your account to bring up your profile. So you may not realize this, but every time you go into your account on a job board, your resume starts coming up to the top on the list of searches. So for example, if you're an accountant and you don't log in for a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks into your account, your resume starts dropping more and more and more down the list. So what you want to do is go into your account periodically, could be once a week, excuse me, once a week, and just get your resume, even if it's just to change something on your resume, perhaps change a word, but sometimes just logging in will bring you up to the top, and that's what happens on our website at TorontoJobs.ca. So in conclusion, posting on job boards can be very effective at getting your profile out to recruiters. Let the systems work for you. Recruiters are using job boards, they are using resume databases, so just make sure that you are using them and that your resume is on there. So how can TorontoJobs.ca help you? You can certainly send us your resume at resumes@TorontoJobs.ca. You can visit our site at TorontoJobs.ca. You can post your resume and search and apply to positions. You can join all our social media as well. We're on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, so feel free to pop on there. We give updates very regularly. Check back on videos on this channel. You'll see some other videos and other topics that may be of interest to you as well. And I've also written a book. It's called Tales from the Recruiter. If you're interested in grabbing a copy, it's shipped anywhere to Canada, in Canada for $20, including shipping and fees. It's available at salesfromtherecruiter.ca. I want to thank you for watching this video. Feel free to reach out to me. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. Marc Belaiche is my name. And you can also call me if you'd like. Phone number is 905-812-5627. That's 905-812-5627, and I'm at extension 2873. Be happy to check out your resume. If you are thinking about starting up a business or you have a business, feel free to also check out our sister division. We're at TorontoEntrepreneurs.ca. We put on a couple of conferences each year, being the Toronto Entrepreneurs Conference and Trade Show. Thanks for watching today. Look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you very much.